Okay, just live on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hello and welcome to College Cheese Podcast, episode 112. I don't got a joke for 112. It's not the picket fence anymore. Anyway, as always, I'm your host Al, and joining me are the regulars. Joe's here,
Hey,
Aaron's here,
What's up, people?
and I mean, like, I saw this thing on Twitter. We don't have a lot of topics this week, so it's gonna be another bottom of the barrel week. But I saw on Twitter yesterday that, oh boy, apparently Sony is planning another PlayStation State of Play presentation coming up soon.
Hmm.
And man, I don't know how to feel about it, because it's like, I mean, that the bar, when it comes to the expectations, it's like you got to set that bar pretty low. Because the last presentation was lackluster. That's kind of putting it nicely.
I
Yeah.
didn't see the last presentation, so
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. It's like, yeah, I think even if you had the PSVR, you didn't miss anything. Because I think the only thing that might appeal to you, Aaron, is the Iron Man VR. And even that
yeah.
is like, even that's a limited thing.
Yeah, because I don't even have a VR in any way.
No, I'm saying even if you had a VR,
Yeah.
if you had the PSVR, it's like it's just Iron Man. Oh, hey, I'm Tony Stark. Pew pew pew. That's it. And then I don't know, you throw somebody out a window. That's what Iron Man does, right? I don't know. Anyway,
I was about to make an in-game joke, but you guys don't care about spoilers, right?
we don't. But I'm sure somebody who might listen to this might.
Never mind then.
Okay, I'm just saying, it's, you know.
I was just about to make a joke about what happens and concerning him in Endgame, but
I know what happens to him.
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna
Thank you
make
for-
a
thank you
joke
for-
about. Just like, hey, I can do that in first person. I
Anyway.
can actually, that part instead of filming it the way they did. I wish they would have filmed that from his perspective. It would have made that scene much more personal for everybody.
Have you seen it again, or have you just seen it the twice?
I've seen it twice.
Okay, I knew you saw
Yeah.
it twice. I wasn't sure if you saw it again.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the PlayStation State of Play presentation, I'm expecting really nothing from that.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give us like Metal Gear 6 or Metal Gear Survive 2, Joe.
God no.
Good old Metal Gear.
Good old Konami. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not really expecting anything from that PSV. I mean, like that last presentation was terrible. And it's not even because it was only 15 minutes. But it's like it was 15, it's about 15 minutes long, and they really just talked about, well, to be fair, they didn't really have any major stuff to talk about. But yeah.
Yeah, my experience is
Oh, there it
during that they really don't have a lot to talk about in the first place. I mean, actually, for the rest of the year, I can't really think of like any like really good titles outside of maybe like Borderlands 3 coming out this year that I
Pokemon?
remember. Oh,
Pokemon.
Pokemon, that Sword and Shield coming out.
Hopefully that's good. I'm not putting my eggs in that basket yet. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's gonna be good because it's Pokemon, but
Once again, looking for that Gen 4 remake.
I have a feeling it's gonna happen this generation. If it doesn't happen this generation, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll say that. Because it's like Nintendo has to know that people want it.
Yeah, but they probably have to do something like big to make it different from the others.
Exactly. 'Cause it's
Kind
like-
of hoping like Darkrai doesn't get like a mega evolution because I think he's fine the way he is and he's already broken.
Well, he's not broken anymore, but
Well, he's still pretty broken. I mean, even though they nerfed
they nerfed Dark Void. They
Dark
lowered the
Void.
accuracy. The accuracy is worse than Hypnosis.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
That's why they changed up and on Smolgon for anybody that actually likes that site for like Pokemon
I mean, Smogon's not. It's not.
Move sets and stuff like that.
I
I
don't-
use it from time to time.
It's like if I don't think Darkrai would get a Mega. If they're gonna get like, because I was gonna say, because Darkrai's not a version mascot.
Mm-mm.
So if they introduce a Mega, it's gonna be Dialga or Palkia.
Well, who from Pokemon that got a Mega Evolution was not considered a virgin mascot and
Mewtwo.
still, yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Mewtwo's like the
I think
odd.
yeah, because Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, they were all version mascots. They got
Mhm.
they got Megas or Primals
Yeah,
or no, it was just Mega Rayquaza. It wasn't Primal Rayquaza.
yeah.
Yeah, the primal forms were broken.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to waste a turn activating it. You just had to set the thing out.
Yeah. But hopefully the story for the new one's better than, a lowland region so far. I'm only
Yeah, I feel like
still like a year of owning the game. I'm still like halfway through the game. I keep picking up. I'm like,
have you gotten the butt plug yet?
nope.
Good.
I'm not even on the third island yet.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
It's like one of the like things that you get from beating like one of the trials or something. It's from like one of the girl, I think she has like pink hair, but like it's like a feather she gives you or something, right? Or a petal, but
Yeah.
it looks like a butt plug.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I just defeated the one where you had to mix like the berries and whatnot, or you had to pick the right fruit, or if not, then Pokemon attack you.
listen,
You're in the forest.
only mixing berries that I want to do is make Poffins again.
Yeah.
Now,
Forgot
Yeah.
what was that that trial or the gym leader for that place?
I don't remember.
They're not called gym leaders. They're called
like trial masters or something.
trial masters.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Sun and Moon were like experimental things. Like they tried to put like a different spin on it because obviously you're not gonna please everybody,
Right.
and it's like because people were like, oh, it's just like because I think it was Leffen, I think, and because like when Sword and Shield were announced, like he posted a tweet like just giving his opinion, and it's fine.
Mhm.
Because he was saying that like it's just the same thing. It's gonna be you get a starter, it's fire grass or water. There's gonna be gyms, and it's gonna be only four. You become the champion. That's it. And he's like big sleep. And I think Shofu like responded with like, oh hey, like yeah, it's like because Sun and Moon like tried new stuff and people didn't like it.
Yeah, so they're going to get scared and go back to formula and stuff like that.
Pretty much.
They want to make money. I mean, when they try new stuff and stuff fails, people normally cower back or shrink back to what they're been known for, and unfortunately,
then that the
Pokemon
series doesn't pardon the expression, but evolve.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like not just with Pokemon. Like another example I can think of is like Resident Evil. I'm sure you can chime in on this, Joe.
Mhm.
Did you hear anything I said?
No, I've been scrolling through Twitter to try and find things to talk about.
Okay. So like, we're talking about like Pokemon, like they tried changing stuff for Gen 7 and people didn't like it, so they're just seemingly going back to the original formula.
Right.
And like Resident Evil is another franchise where it's like, like some games tried new stuff and like people were like, "Oh, this isn't classic Resident Evil," but then they come out I'm talking about like before 7 and the RE2 remake.
Yeah. It's like it's weird because when 4 came out, 4 was very different from classic Resident Evil, but yet it was largely praised as like being probably the best in the series.
Mhm.
And then 5 came out, and 5 had a different story but played relatively the same, but was shit on a lot.
Wasn't that the one that also people claimed was racist?
Yeah, probably because it
Okay.
was set in Africa,
Okay.
and all of the zombies or whatever you call them, Maginis, I think, were all African natives. So they're black.
But yeah, it's like, Resident Evil, like, it's like, or you could say this with like any franchise really, but like Resident Evil comes to mind and Pokemon comes to mind as well, where it's like, it's like they try new stuff, and then people are like, this isn't the classic X experience. And then it's like, and then they come out with like something close to the classic experience, and they're like, this is just the same thing. Why should we buy it?
I just want to make a comment on the whole racist thing. That's like going to making a Resident Evil game that's based in like area in Japan and saying, "Oh, hey, it's racist. There's no white people here."
Well, because that's just
Logically, if you went to Japan, how many white people are you going to see over this natural, pure-blooded Japanese people?
Well, I think the majority of those racist claims are the fact that it is in Africa. So it is black people. I mean, it's like, of course you're not going to find white people there. They're all black. So
And
the
they're
fact that
native.
there,
right. We
Yeah.
get what you're saying, Aaron. But because like there's just crazy people in the world. They're just gonna cry racism over anything.
oh yeah.
Twitter mentality. Jesus Christ.
I don't even know if it was Twitter. It was probably just game journalists.
I'm just saying the Twitter mentality, just like, oh, strong opinions here, without having any type of logic or
Because like, listen,
logical.
one of the golden
empirical
rules of the
evidence
internet:
behind
you
it.
don't post your opinion on the internet. I mean, look what we're doing. This is going on the internet, and we're giving our opinions on things.
Yeah, but that is an opinion doesn't mean we're always right. It's just that
Oh hell no! I'm not saying we're always
Exactly.
right.
We're just voicing our opinion. You don't have to agree with us. Hey, having a difference of opinion, hey, that's what sometimes makes the world go around.
That's fine. That could make good discussion.
Yeah, brainstorming.
Hence what we're having here. It's like when I said about the Leffen tweet when he called Pokemon Sword and Shield, big sleep. It's like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. It's like, I'm excited for the game. You don't have to be.
Yeah, but at its core, it's probably going to, just like he said, it's probably just going to be the same formula, but with new aesthetics. It's going to look different. It might play different. We'll see new Pokemon, but at the same instance, its core gameplay is this. You go, you beat a certain amount of masters, and then you go to the Pokemon League, and then you progress to where you're the greatest Pokemon player in that region. In the story.
Exactly. And here's the thing. It'll come out. People will buy it. Some people will love it. Some people will hate it. That's just
Of course.
This is the way it is. I'm sure some people are like, yo, Sun and Moon, Gen 7 was the best generation. I'm sure some people will say that.
Yeah, probably.
Sun and Moon, they did have some good aspects.
If they took Pokemon and changed up that core fundamental gameplay of progression and what your end goal is, a lot of Pokemon fans would hate it. A lot of Pokemon fans would hate it.
Right. It's like Sun and Moon was like I said, an experimental time, I think, and I think they did some things right. They did some things not so right. I mean, like the Alolan forms, right? I thought that was pretty interesting. It gives it like a unique spin. It makes some unique matchups and stuff. Or like another thing was like at the end of the game, right? You become the champion.
Right.
And you can defend your title as champion.
Right.
I like that because that's like it's a very small thing, but it always bothered me how you beat the Elite Four, you become the champion. So why do I have to go through these Elite Fours guys again and re-challenge the champion if I'm already the champion?
Right. There should be a certain amount of time where you have to go, oh, hey, you have to defend your championship, a certain many times a week before you lose it, and you have to re-go through the Elite Four and then gain it back or whatnot.
Right. It's like, because
that would be like a little bit more realistic. I'm pretty sure some people will probably dislike that. But it keeps you more engaged. It keeps you coming back and playing the game.
Exactly.
Also, I have to say this. Alolan, even though at its core it's pretty much the same thing as the other games, I'm pretty sure I would like it more if it was just in another region and the execution of the story and the plot was a little bit different.
Yeah, I wasn't big on the like multiple islands and stuff.
It reminded me too much of Gen 3 which obviously isn't my favorite.
I was
And
gonna say,
I wasn't.
I like Gen 3, and I didn't like the island thing.
Yeah, and also I don't like some of the Alolan forms of like old Pokemon that we got.
No, appearance wise, they're kind of wonky.
Yeah, like the surfing Raichu and stuff like that. I get it.
Yeah, the best thing
Don't
about
like
that was
it.
the typing. Electric
Right.
Psychic is an interesting typing.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like the appearance of the Alolan Pokemon, they were some like I'd say 10% of them were okay. Like Alolan, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Vulpix, Ninetales were okay.
Mhm.
And I think the rest of them were kind of terrible.
Yeah, Vulpix and was pretty cool. I didn't see like the Alolan form of Ninetales though.
Yeah, it's like a Ice Ninetales. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Alolan Sandslash looks like Sonic.
Mm.
Yeah. But then, yeah, like the other Alolan forms were kind of bad. Like Alolan Persian. Why does it look like it stuck its head in a bee's hive? It's got the big Heathcliff head or something.
Yeah, it's just
Alolan
I-
Exeggutor. That look like it's like I get it, but why?
yeah, I hate that thing when it pops out of the Pokeball in the Smash. It's the most obnoxious thing. It's just like, oh hey, I have this skill over its head.
Right.
Thank you for this.
But you know
This is exactly what I wanted.
So Joe posted something in the Slack. Apparently, Ghost Recon World Premiere event on May 9th.
Yeah. Apparently they're teasing a world premiere for a new Ghost Recon
Okay.
on Thursday.
A lot of these events are coming out on Thursday. Just like with Nintendo, they do that a lot.
I actually think the PlayStation thing was supposed to be on May 9th as well, I think. But yeah. It's like I love how we're gonna be getting a lot of news in the coming weeks because a lot of companies they're gonna be teasing stuff because E3 is right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
So
It should be getting Naoto from Blaze Blue, Central Fiction, and Cross Tag Battle soon.
oh, that hasn't come out yet?
No, I don't think the DLC for him came out yet. Him and Seth from Under Night are I think the next two that are supposed to be up, and then Broly from the new movie, and then SSJ Blue Gogeta are supposed to be coming out sometime this year too.
Doesn't
For
Kid Goku come out
fighters.
soon?
Yeah, he comes out Thursday, I think.
Okay.
I remember seeing something about that yesterday.
Are you excited for him?
God, no. I hate Goku, remember?
Yeah.
And it's just another Goku. That's pretty much the gist of it, right? It's just another Goku.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about fighters is this. At the onset, after the first wave of DLC characters came out, it's this we saw this growing trend of there's going to be Goku clones in this game. Unfortunately,
There's just a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the series is like a good 60-70% Goku.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Too bad we haven't seen any of the Shadow Dragons, and since they're doing stuff from GT in the movies, I'd much rather see other people besides Goku clones. But hey, whatever sells and Goku sells.
Would you guys say that Goku is the one character in anime with the biggest plot armor?
I would probably get see, that's weird because Goku's died multiple times already. The biggest plot armor I'd probably give to Naruto.
Okay.
I give the biggest plot armor to freaking One Punch Man Saitama.
I mean, well, that's the. I mean, he literally can kill anything with just a punch. So I mean,
Yeah, dude.
that's just absurd power.
Yeah. At least like the
And then
other
it's like he
characters,
has the most plot armor, and then like the next episode he gets shot in the head,
at least with like the other characters from
and then
a lot of the
amnesia.
shonen animes that we watched, at least there's a struggle. With Saitama, it's just like in the story
It's like,
because he's
like
One
it was
Punch
made
Man.
by a 4-year-old.
What was made by a 4-year-old?
Saitama.
Okay.
It's like his character design. It seems like it was designed by a 4-year-old.
Yeah, everyone says that he's like what, like that, some kids show character like grown up.
Oh, Caillou.
Caillou, yeah,
Yeah,
little bald kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who always throws a tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants.
yeah. I watched like Saitama. It was my favorite character in One Punch Man is ironically not Saitama.
Oh, why
It's
would it
it's actually Genos.
be? Genos is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he is.
He is like a nicer Vegeta.
Mm-hmm. Genos is awesome. Hey, character me and Joe actually agree on that we like.
I know. I was full expecting Joe to be like, he is fucking annoying, and I'm like,
God no, I love Genos.
I thought the
I'm
rapture
terrible.
was about to happen. I'm just like
but
looking out the window.
your blinds are closed. You don't see anything.
No, I got my my window open, and
Okay.
then I got the window fan going a little bit.
I was gonna say, is like you look out the window, your blinds are closed. You just see dark. Anyway. No, you're totally wrong. The character with the most plot armor is Ash from Pokemon.
Hey, if you
Except
guys,
that time he died or got turned
You know-
into a rock.
you know what, you guys watching the podcast right now, anybody like now or later watching this, give a comment in the section below the video and tell us who do you think has the most plot armor in anime. I'm actually curious.
Umaru-chan.
Monkey Luffy guy.
Master Roshi.
Well, all the main characters in like Shonen Jump have a lot of plot armor.
Oh yeah.
Luffy, Naruto,
Todd
Ichigo.
Snap.
Bob Sapp?
Todd Snap.
Oh. I thought you
For
said
a minute there, I thought you said Bob Ross. I was just
The
like,
best anime protagonist, Bob Sapp. Why, like, Bob Sapp had a bunch of other crap made from his name. Why did he get an anime? He could have been One Punch Man, except everybody punches him once and he dies.
One Sap Man. What's up?
He had a fucking music album called Sap Time.
speaking of which, since we're on the topic, if you don't mind, I wanted to say this since we're like talking about animation and stuff like that.
Okay.
Did you hear about what happened with on Twitter with the Sonic live action movie?
Oh, how they're gonna redo it?
Yeah,
Yeah. That was like
something good actually came from Twitter. Thank you.
Hold on. We don't know if it's good.
But it was enough of an outcry
Listen,
that it made the studio go back and actually fix something. The outcry of Sonic fans through Twitter. Thank you, all those Sonic lovers.
Okay. See, good. I'm glad. I want you to hold on to that optimism, Aaron, because I'm going to take the opposite side of the fence. And for all we know, they could make it worse. They could just make him more fuzzy and give him brown shoes.
But did you see like a lot of the renders that other people like Sonic fans did?
Yeah.
That's
It's
closer
like,
to the actual game.
like,
Sonic.
how come y'all don't just do this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I mean, I get the idea of trying to make Sonic kind of like, a cross between being a live action, like a real hedgehog in his cartoon form.
Right.
I get how they got that bad Muppet of a Sonic the Hedgehog character, or
Looks
whatever
like
you want to call that. Yeah. But why couldn't you guys just go to the thing we love and appreciate from I don't know how long?
Because I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's because it's a big corporation film company.
That's out of touch with their fan base.
Well, not even that. It's just they like, okay, people like this thing. We're gonna put our own spin on it. We're like, and it's like they're just gonna have like their own in-house like designs and whatever to put their own unique spin on. That's it. And then it's like, okay, like it's like a bird hatched and they're raising this bird and they're like, okay, we're gonna set it out in the world and let it fly, and then it gets hit by a rock and dies.
Mm-hmm.
It just falls to the ground. And then people were like, listen, we found your bird. It's almost dead, but we can bring it back.
We can fix it. We have the technology.
The $6 million bird. / hedgehog.
Yeah.
Hedge bird. Anyway. But yeah, it's like I'm glad that, you know, like the director guy, whoever, whatever his name is, he's like, okay, well, listen, we've seen your feedback, we appreciate it. We're gonna go back to the drawing board. Apparently, I think I was watching a bit. Yeah, I forget where it was from. I think it was from Internet Today, where I was watching this video. They were talking about the director guy because they were talking about the backlash. This guy has had like 2 like director credits to his name, like directorial credits to his name, and his last. So there's the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that comes out this year, and his last one was like in like 2004. So I was like, it's been like years. He's been like slaving away in the basement of like Paramount Pictures. They're like, please give me something. Like, okay, here, you can have the Sonic movie.
That either speaks one or two things. Either somebody doesn't know what they're doing, or they don't care enough about Sonic to actually give it to a good director. Or they don't have enough faith in their own product to actually give it to somebody good.
Like, I remember, I forget their names, but they were
So that'd be 3 things.
The guys who wrote for, oh God, what is it called? Happy Tree Friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were brought in to be the writers for the Sonic games, like back in like, you know, late 2000s, early 2010s. And like they admitted they had no idea about like what this character was about. So they went to like the fans and they listened to like what the fans were saying about it. Because, you know, you got these really passionate Sonic fans.
Oh yeah, of course.
Maybe a little too much so, but like I was talking to Denville. I asked him, I was like, hey, what did you think of that trailer? And he's like, that was weird. And he's like, what? Like, I don't, he's like, there were some parts of the trailer he thought was like pretty neat. But then like he saw Sonic and he's like, it's weird that he actually has 2 eyes, like 2 separate eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Not the giant like uni eye with the 2 pupils. And then he's like, what? Like, what did he say? He's like, I don't understand why they made him look like such a furry cat. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is the year where all your favorite '90s video games characters get hairy.
Yeah. And Jim Carrey, I don't see Robotnik. I see Jim Carrey every time I see that trailer.
You see Jim Carrey playing Robotnik as Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say Jim Carrey is a bad actor or a bad comedian. He's one of my favorites. It's just, once again, like he did with like playing the Riddler and Batman Forever. I didn't see the Riddler. I saw Jim Carrey in a leotard with question marks and a weird haircut and a creepy mask, jumping and screeching around and stuff like that.
It's like, I don't know if Jim Carrey has any like say in the script or anything, but I'm just gonna take it as like he's just like a guy and he's just following the script that he's given.
Yeah, I understand that people got to eat and stuff and whatnot and make money, but
you know, it's like you know, bringing it back something I know a lot about, professional wrestling. It's like, you know, people like shit on these characters on like WWE programming, right? But it's like they're just people just following the script that they're given.
Actually, speaking of WWE, isn't Ronda Rousey like gone for a little bit?
Yeah, thankfully she was okay. She was okay for a while, and then people just kind of got tired of her. Yeah, but yeah, she left.
Indefinitely, or
Yeah, because the rumor is like, well, like first of all, she broke her hand at WrestleMania. Her hand was broken.
oh,
And then apparently there's the big rumor is like she wants to have a baby, so she's taking time off to, you know, birthify.
Birthify.
Yeah.
dude
Speaking
said
of-
Earthify.
Speaking of Ronda Rousey, how's MK11 going, Joe?
It goes. I mean,
I saw your riveting Steam review,
oh yeah.
which I haven't played it, but I'm like, it sounds right. Sounds pretty spot on to me.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Joe. Regale us. Regale me with the details because I haven't seen it.
Well, see, MK11 is very fun to play in its base form. It's like you have it's very, very different from past Mortal Kombat. It took me a considerable amount of time to get used to how it's played now. And like I actually have a couple good combos now, and it feels good. But like it is made abundantly clear to me that NetherRealm did not want people having fun with this game by themselves. Because those towers are absurd.
Still,
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, sir,
Like-
you have no idea.
Oh, I do. I've been playing them.
Mm. I was talking to Albert, just like,
Oh.
yeah, it turns
yeah.
out.
I mean,
you have
I've
no
only
idea.
heard. I have only heard. So, I mean, I'm gonna take y'all word for it. But
Oh my god, it's like trying to have a Mortal Kombat fight during like Independence Day and whatnot. You're just getting bombed from like in stuff flying at you from who knows where. It's like anytime I go to a tower and I see like the emblem like saying Cyrex and Sector are like the assists for the AI, I'm just like, yep, Independence Day all over again.
It's like I would personally take MK9 Shao Kahn over 90% of those towers.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
Mm,
that's how bad they get.
yeah. Not only that, some of the tasks you have to do to open up the other towers, it's like, oh, hey, get 75 brutalities with this one character.
Yeah,
That
that's the stage 2 of the character towers. I'm doing katanas.
Yeah, I'm doing noob sidebots. I'm just like,
It's like that's just like a passive progression thing. It's like, oh, come back when you have 75 fatalities, 75 brutalities. Like, all right, I can play for a while.
Joe was telling me about this thing. I think it was in the crypt where like the character heads.
Oh yeah, there's a
Aaron, do
thing.
you know about that?
yeah, I know about the character heads.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like in the Warrior Shrine where you have all the statues from MK1. Behind that is a line of pikes with like statue figureheads of all the characters in the game, and you're supposed to put their heads on those pikes to get something. And in order to get those heads, you have to perform a fatality or brutality to that specific character like 75 times. And you have to do that for every single character.
And there's like 26 characters in the game.
Yeah. And one of them, Cetrion, is required to get one of the other crypt items to open up the last part of the crypts, if I remember correctly. I think it's the last part. I haven't seen anything else new in it.
Now, do you know what you get when you put the character head on the pike? Or
I don't.
okay,
I know you get some sort of like stuff from them. It might be pertaining to the specific character you got it from,
Okay.
but I don't know.
because like
All I know is for Cetrion specifically, you get a thing you need to make Shinnok's amulet.
okay, because like I remember because like obviously I've been grinding away just obsessed with Xenoblade lately.
Mm.
And like there are certain things like you going through the game where it's like, oh, this thing is hidden away, and you need a certain level of a certain field skill from a certain blade, like Earth Mastery or leaping or super strength or something like that.
Yeah.
And like usually, like there's a door that you needed like level 6, like Nopon understanding of their language. I forget exactly what it was called.
Mhm.
But obviously most blades can only have up to like level 3 of a field skill. So okay, you need 2 blades with that skill.
Mm.
So I'm fucking, opening up these core crystals, getting these blades and leveling them up to level up their field skills, which isn't a simple task.
Mm.
And I finally open this freaking door. And you know what's behind it? Nothing.
Nothing?
It's just a Nopon. Like it was like the opening area in the game called the Argentum Guild Trade Guild,
Mm.
and it's like all in that room. The only thing in that room is a Nopon running on a hamster wheel because that's what powers the trade guild.
Wow.
And I'm like, really? It took me like maybe an hour to like level up these field skills to open this goddamn door, and it's like I don't even get a treasure chest with stuff in it. All I get is like, oh hey, there's a Nopon, which are like, Aaron, if you don't know what Nopons are, they're the little furry guys. Like for that the thing
I
that
figured it was.
Yeah, that thing. So it's just a Nopon, just running on a hamster wheel. That's it. You don't get to like steal the Nopon to shut down the trade guild. I don't know. Give me something like at least humorous. What?
Yeah. Like getting back to MK, it's these towers are the reasons why, like for like MK9 or MKX, where you only play test your luck like once every like month or so, because then you're not playing the game. You're just playing RNG and a system that just doesn't work. Because you're not allowed to do combos, you're not allowed to have any fun. It's just cheesing and luck and praying enough to get through it. And then, if you're really you had enough with it, you can throw your AI into the mix and have them do it for you. But then it's like, why? Because then you defeat the purpose, and then you're just having the game play itself for you.
Yeah, you mean like how Max was said he was like farming gold and stuff like that, and by doing the towers that he can go and unlock everything.
Well, that is something like different, but I say yeah.
Yeah,
But like the thing with the thing I'm getting at is like when people have to have something else play the game for them, there's something wrong with your game.
yeah. But they had that in Justice too. You could set your AI to go in the worlds, as they call it, their versions of the towers to go in and
Oh, they had
farm
that
up
there too?
gear and
They had that there too.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yes,
never
they
saw that.
did.
Well, Injustice 2 was much more playable.
Yeah, that I can't agree on.
In fact, I saw probably I think it's the last of the Gauntlet Towers that the video that Max put out, where it's like, oh hey, in order to unlock this last tower, you have to do this tower with a double flawless hit. And the ground was poison, and you were getting like rockets shot at you every so often, and you had to defeat both Sub-Zero and Scorpion at this in a tag formation by yourself, and you had to get a double flawless on them.
Yep.
And with that poison on the ground means you can't jump, you can't crouch, and you can't do any move that lowers your head below that poison field.
Boy, this just sounds delightful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna suck for all the noob Cybot players.
Like the way they cheesed it was he was getting advice from chat from other people that did it, where he picked Raiden because Raiden is tall enough to avoid avoid that without like problem, and then throwing the Fire Fist and the that red amulet that makes you take no damage for a set time. And with the Fire Fists, like you do like is like back 1/1 or something, and it does like 80% of their health. But of course, it's a consumable, and you have to have it recharge after it's used. And it's like that's another thing that really pisses me off. It's like, oh hey, there's like, oh hey, you're going up this tower. Here are the modifiers. It's like, okay, let me go through my consumables. Oh, this makes it so that all of the modifiers of this type I'm immune to. Okay, I go in. You have to activate it. You activate it for like 5 seconds, and then it takes like a minute to replenish. It's like,
Also, the thing that you use to activate the modifiers aren't actually.
it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Well then,
Hold on, what?
Yep.
Well, you can't do what with the?
You can't activate your modifiers or your consumables on a fight stick because there's no right.
There's no right stick. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
I think certain sticks have like a similar like a functionality that.
Yeah, you could switch the main stick to be a right stick, but you have to switch it back, with that could like easily screw you up real quick.
Yeah. It's like I just hate how the AI gets these things that are active like all the time, and your things that are supposed to counter it not only work for about 5 seconds, you have to activate them. And another thing, it's like, oh hey, this one's like, oh hey, this makes it immune for like the entire tower or whatever, and then the effect is still there. Like it doesn't work. It just straight up doesn't work.
Well, like Max brought out, and I thought about this too when I was playing before I started watching his video. The whole thing with the towers and it being frustrating to try to get through, and all the BS gimmicky crap in them, is to keep you there longer, just so their analytics can say, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of people online playing the game."
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's to keep you playing the game. It's to draw you in and keep you there. Almost like a mobile game, except that you're not buying currency or items and stuff like that.
Is
It's
that
just,
like why they like? You think that's why they made the game like so grindy and stuff?
yes.
Probably.
Because it's like, oh, like this game has a lot of replay value. It's like,
Yeah, because it's so hard to complete anything that it just locks you in there.
Yeah, because this is apparently going to be the last MK for a significant time, so they're going to make it so that you're there for as long as possible.
Yeah, so the next game that we're going to get is in Injustice, 3 in about 2 years? 2-3 years?
unless they decide to do something else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very real possibility because, it's Ed Boon, it's NetherRealm.
Yeah, what was it? Between MKX and MK11, how many years was that?
4? I want to say 4.
I can check.
Because MK11 or MK9 came out in 2011. I don't remember that because we went to the midnight release.
Yeah.
And then I think MKX came out in 2015. I think because that's when I had the Xbox One. Because MK9 and 10 I got the day they came out.
Came out 2015.
Okay, and Injustice came out 2017.
Injustice 1?
2
Yeah.
came out around this time. Yeah.
Yep. May 11th, 2017.
Yep.
Let me pose this question to you guys. What would you guys want to see NetherRealm's next project be?
Injustice 3, I guess. I'm not sure what else they could do other.
Like, I'd like to see a new IP, honestly. Like, it doesn't even have to be fighting game related. Just something with the graphical fidelity and the gore of Mortal Kombat in like a different setting.
Make Shaolin Monks 2.
Yeah, I would take that.
It's like I'm like, you know, going back once again back to that speed question thing that Ed Boon did. You know, because like one of the questions like is Shaolin Monks HD gonna happen? And Ed Boon was like, God, I want it to. And then it was like, well, why not? Like, can't you just like, you know, make a few calls and make it happen? And yeah, it's just like there's more to it than that. I'm like, okay. But yeah.
Shaolin Monks 2 or MK Mythology's Scorpion
Scorpion?
or Jarek.
Or MK Special Forces 2.
Yeah, I mean,
MK Special Forces was terrible.
I mean,
MK Mythology Suhao.
yes. There needs to be a solo Suhao like game, maybe a mobile game or something, but Suhao needs to have at least one thing.
It's like they make it a mobile game. It's like, okay, you gotta buy the game. Okay, cool. Okay, press start. You gotta buy the start button. Okay, I hit the start button. Character select. Well, Suhao is the one playable character. You gotta buy Suhao. I bought the game.
All right, now you bought the character. You go into training mode. All right, you have to buy his punches. You have to buy his kicks.
Oh god, it's like the Armageddon create a character mode where you had to buy like you could buy like different punches and kicks. I mean, they were like super cheap, but just the fact that you had to buy them.
Yeah, I mean that made customization like incredibly robust.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the guys I follow named Super hit on his YouTube channel says Mortal Kombat 11 asks Williams not confirmed not to be DLC for MK11 by Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I saw an Event Hubs article about that.
Yeah. Apparently Spawn, like they data mine like the Switch version of MK11, and they like data mine like the voice interactions and stuff like that. So Spawn's in it, Nightwolf is in it, Fujin's Fujin's in it, Joker's in it apparently. So all of those got confirmed so far.
Yeah, like we talked about a leak list that I found like 3 weeks ago, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
I was like, oh, it's the Terminator
and Shiva.
And Shiva, yeah.
Has anyone watched that Max review of the Switch version of MK11?
No.
I'm still afraid to watch that. Just because, like, I'm afraid he's just gonna be like, yeah, it's not good because the graphics aren't good. It's not as good as it could be on. It's not as good as it is on PS4. Like,
well, he's usually good about seeing things as they perform and not as they look.
Yeah, it's like, how is it for being on the Switch? I'm like, yo, it's portable. That's it. I don't know. Anyway, apparently,
I need to put my baby Melina back on that list for DLC.
I mean, that means nothing. A character being dead, that means nothing.
Yeah.
Liu Kang was dead, and all of a sudden he's God.
Yep.
Every time I go into training, I practice my combos. Want to know the character I practice all my combos on?
I mean, everybody besides Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Raiden died in MK9.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, here they are.
Yeah. I mean, technically, at the beginning of the MK9 story, everybody was dead except for Shao Kahn and Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. I was like, because I actually got to play MK11 a little bit. I was at Billy's house the other day, and I was playing his copy, and I was just in the fatality tutor thing, and like Billy was asking me, he's like, Albert, is there a reason why you're performing every fatality on Liu Kang? And I'm like, no.
Yes.
My hatred for Devora is just. I'd love to cause that character pain. Speaking of which, another thing with MK11 I don't like is their tournament setup
What do you mean?
for the characters. Like there's certain tournament aspects, like certain abilities, like can't be applied for
Yeah,
you know.
there's two specific variations that are tournament legal,
Mhm.
which are the two that you start with.
Yeah, and Noob Saibot feels very neutered when you're using those two variants that are tournament legal.
Hmm.
Without his upgraded clone port, where he just like ports you, and then you like fall for like 3 times and bounce up off the ground when you enhance it. Very good for combos.
Yeah, both the port and the other one enhanced. It can cause a bounce, so you can link the two in between each other and do stupid damage.
The sickle that hooks you and then slams you on the ground and you pop
Yeah,
up.
that one.
Yep. Love watching Max play Noob Saibot, but
Noob is also apparently like the most successful and aggressive AI character,
yep.
and it makes me irritated
Why?
because it's Noob Saibot. He's a shitty character.
He's not a shitty character. He has good combos. He's a good character. I like him.
He was
For,
Sub-Zero.
yeah,
He was the original Sub-Zero, and then he became a lame edgelord.
well, concerning the fact what he went through, it kind of makes sense. I like him not only because of his look, his combos are pretty neat too. Like the way he throws out his clones and the way you can combo. His combo potential is pretty good. I just don't like him because he all darkness.
Yo, MK3 Noob Saibot was best Noob Saibot.
I don't remember MK3 Noob Saibot.
Just because
Neither.
MK3 Noob Saibot was Kano.
Really?
Yeah. Like, but not ultimate MK3. Like vanilla MK3. Because like Noob Saibot was in the game, but it was Kano. It wasn't a ninja.
Okay.
Anyway, apparently
Wasn't Noob Saibot cyberized at one point?
no.
No.
No, that was Smoke. That's right.
Yeah.
No smoke, yeah.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Apparently that discless Xbox One came out today. I thought it was out already, but it came out today apparently.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'm seeing this tweet from Rockstar Games, and it just sounds funny to me because like GTA, like there have been times where like they'll give you like basically free money, like if you log into the game within a certain time period, they'll give you like 250 grand or something.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, if you are ranked 10 and above in Red Dead Online, you will get a bonus $100.
Cool.
Which, it's like, I mean, I'm sure like $100 will go like it might go a decent way in Red Dead because the currency in Red Dead is a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, it's like
but still it's
the
$100.
prices between single player and online are different.
Okay.
Because like $100 back in the old West was like a decent amount of money.
You were rolling in
It's like a couple $1,000 right there. Yeah.
It just sounds funny to me. Like, we'll give you $100. I'm like, really? Just $100? But at the same time, I'm like, okay. And I'm just going by because I haven't played Red Dead 2 at all. I'm just going by like Red Dead 1 standards, where it's like, okay, I like oh hey, I accidentally skinned my legendary horse, and I'm gonna
Accidentally on purpose. It's only accidentally because you figured out that he's worth the same as all the other horses.
exactly. And it's like, how much you gonna give me for it? It's like $2. It's like, oh, whoops. Anyway. So yeah, $100 if you're for rank 10 and above players. And let's see. Apparently, Game Informer's June cover is going to be Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh yeah, that is coming out July 19th, right?
Yep.
No. Oh yeah, that's
it
the
comes out in July. Yeah. I think that comes out in July. Astral Chain comes out August 30th. That'll probably be the next thing I buy. Probably.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance 3 would be the next thing I buy. And it's going to be on the Switch, so that'd be another Switch game I bought in how many months?
Smash,
Over
right?
6 months. Yep.
Let's see. Apparently, Lucasfilm and Disney have announced 3 all-new Star Wars movies set to begin releasing in 2022.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
More Star Wars.
Hopefully it's better than this past trilogy.
I was gonna start humming the Indiana Jones theme. I'm like, no, that's the wrong theme.
To be completely and perfectly honest, I think I stopped caring about Star Wars after Episode 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was my favorite movie, and then I didn't care about it afterwards.
How that movie kind of like destroyed Darth Vader's street cred.
I didn't care about that.
Apparently, I'm looking at just like Twitter moments, and apparently Will Smith adds his pizzazz to Aladdin's Friend Like Me. No, sorry, Will Smith. You're a cool guy, but
don't get me wrong. Gemini Man looks great from the trailers.
is that the one where Will Smith fought himself?
Yeah, where it's like him, like whatever agency he worked for.
It's just that Spider-Man meme where he just point at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's him, and then they ended up cloning a younger version of him because I guess the older version of him wanted out of like the spy life or whatnot. I don't know, but it looks cool.
Let's see. I found an image of like apparently a list of Disney movies set to come out over the next couple years.
Oh boy.
Lion King looks good.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, Lion King does look good.
It looks like you could have just gone to the zoo and filmed that. Anyway, a Bob's Burgers movie is coming out in 2020.
What the heck?
Let's see.
I can't wait to see how they fuck that one up.
Yeah, I don't want that supersized at all. I could rather go see a Burger King movie.
This fucking list has movies up until like 2027. Why? I mean, I get it, but I don't get it because apparently
Planning for the future.
I mean,
People gotta make money. Hollywood's gotta keep movies pumping out,
because let's see,
whether they're good or bad.
Avatar 2 is supposed to come out in 2021. Avatar 3 is supposed to come out in 2023.
Really?
Avatar 4 is supposed to come out in 2025.
What the fuck are they doing?
And Avatar 5 is supposed to come out in 2027.
Okay, which Avatar are we talking
about? The blue
about?
people.
Yeah, blue people.
Where every character is going to be played by Will Smith as the genie from Aladdin. He's already blue.
I want to go kill myself now. Al, I hate you.
Let's see. A lot of these are just unnamed. Unnamed, untitled Star Wars to come out in 2026 and 2024, and untitled Marvel, untitled Disney live action, untitled Indiana Jones.
Marvel, I'm guessing, is going to be the Eternals. That's one of the movies.
It's like I know, like what's his name? The dude that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Like apparently he wants to stay on playing Thor.
Yeah, as long as they've been doing Thor like they've been doing in like Ragnarok and other stuff like funny.
Yo,
Thor.
did you hear who else Chris Hemsworth is slated to play in a movie?
Who?
Hulk Hogan. Can you picture Chris Hemsworth bald with that Hogan hair curtain? Because a lot like a Hulk Hogan like biopic movie is coming out with Chris Hemsworth playing Hogan. And apparently,
Listen to me, brother.
it's only gonna cover like the 80s, like when Hogan was popular. So we're not gonna see
Oh
the
no!
N-word or his weird blowjob sex tape.
Oh no! No! Why you gotta bring that up? Don't bring that up. Don't remind me of that.
What, Hulk Hogan's weird blowjob sex tape?
Yeah, don't do that. I didn't see it, but I don't want to. I don't want to be reminded of it.
I mean, see, this is where you have Chris Hemsworth playing Hogan, and then who's gonna play like the Iron Sheik, or like Andre the Giant, or Vince,
Christopher Sabat.
Oh God.
Don Cheadle,
What's up with you and John Cheadle?
John Cheadle,
Yeah, what's up with you and John Cheetos?
Don Cheetos.
Yeah, John Cheetos.
Anyway,
Another good actor I like. Anyway,
yeah, a Hulk Hogan biopic is coming out, and Chris Hemsworth is slated to play.
does The Rock have anything to do with this picture too?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I think if The Rock was producing that movie, then like we would have heard about it by now. Because I follow The Rock on Twitter,
Yeah,
and like
because he was the main guy behind the one about Paige and her home life before she, came to WWE and then had sex tapes.
that was a halfway. You gotta drop it about that sex tape. That was a better sex tape than the Hogan one.
I didn't see. Well, I seen
You
like
saw the Paige one,
screenshots.
even though I told you not to look it up. Anyway.
Yeah.
The Page movie wasn't that bad. It wasn't great. It was really corny how like they would like the transitions between like the wrestling matches and stuff. It's like they would show like actual footage of the match, but then they would cut to like the actresses. It's like that's weird. Anyway, yeah, Chris Hemsworth as the immortal racist Hulk Hogan. Joe, do you have any thoughts?
Nope.
You said racist Hulk Hogan. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because everybody says that he's racist because he said the N-word a lot.
I didn't know about that, but whatever.
Yeah, that's one reason why WWE, like, pardon the term, but blacklisted him. Because they brought Hogan back, and then like
what a twist!
They like Hogan with a twist. I don't think he's that flexible. Anyway, but they brought him back, and then like there were like these tapes that came out with him saying like the N-word, and then WWE being the politically correct people they are, they just dropped him. They basically Chris Benoit him.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, he doesn't exist, and then it's like, oh, people, they're like, okay, people aren't mad about this anymore, and then they start bringing him back.
They exist.
And then they brought him out at WrestleMania, and nobody cared. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's like I understand that, like companies like film, like not film, but plan movies for years in the future. But 2027, that seems a bit. I mean, like, because Avatar 5 is slated for 2027. It's like, how do you know that you're gonna, you could come out like, hasn't Avatar 2 come out, or is just the one? I think it's just the one.
I think it's just one. I have never even heard of Avatar 2 before.
So like, they could come out with Avatar 2, and it just could completely bomb.
Avatar 2: The Last Avenger.
Avatar 2: Electric Boogaloo.
Avatar 3, we actually wanted like the Aang Avatar movie, not whatever this is.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that Bob's Burgers movie is supposed to be just an animated one. It's not supposed to be live action.
Is Bob? Does that even come on anymore?
I think it's still on. It's a good.
Huh.
It's a good show. Pretty good show. I don't know, like what, like some thing, like some gala happened and people were dressed up. That's cool, I guess. I don't care. So how about that Game of Thrones?
I don't watch it.
no,
Hold on, Joe. Hold on. The crickets haven't finished their take on it.
I figure I just throw that in. Like, I'm pretty sure none of us watch Game of Thrones.
Besides the crickets.
I mean, like, apparently, like, because people said that this movie, like, the last episode was good when you could see it. Because apparently the whole, like, this giant battle took place at night. So it was dark and you couldn't see anything. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just not a Game of Thrones guy.
It's like,
I think the only thing good about Game of Thrones, from my perspective, even though I never actually watched the episode, was Emilia Clarke, and that's pretty much it.
I don't know who that is.
She played like the chick with the white hair, Daenerys or whatever
Oh,
her name is.
okay.
No.
Okay.
And it's not because she was like topless in one of the episodes. I'm just saying I think she's a pretty okay actress.
Yeah.
She has a pretty face.
It's like I think the only thing I've seen from like Game of Thrones was like a battle where some dude got his eyes gouged out, and it was pretty brutal.
I think she looks better than Sophie Turner anyway.
Who's Sophie Turner again?
Oh
no, the internet's gonna crucify me because I didn't know who somebody was.
Sophie Turner's the chick with
Like
auburn hair, redhead.
Oh, okay.
She's also playing Jean in the X-Men, like younger Jean in the X-Men movies. Speaking of which, I think Dark Phoenix is coming out soon. Thank God Disney bought Fox so we can get the X-Men back and done properly.
Okay. Let's see. The Kentucky Derby happened.
Nice.
I don't know. None of us are rich, so we don't.
This episode of the podcast is like a Digimon. I think we're starting to devolve now.
Pretty much. Like I said, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel this week.
Yeah.
Yo, mint juleps, big hats.
We need our Digicrests. Whatever the fuck those things are called.
Wow. This dude said Digicrest. Way to bring it back from the 90s.
Fuck it, I like Digimon more than Pokemon back in the day.
Yeah, this is true.
Yo, what about Monster Rancher?
I mean, the most fun about that game is finding out what kind of abomination your music CDs make, and that's it.
Nice.
Hey, don't knock Digimon. I mean, Cyber Sleuth. I barely started Cyber Sleuth 2, but Cyber Sleuth 1 was pretty good. I enjoyed playing that.
But anyway, on
that game was kind of grindy, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's an RPG, right? RPGs are usually grindy.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, unless you guys got anything else you want to throw in real quick, I think we can start.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think okay.
What you guys got going on this week, by the way?
Yo, I'm stuck in Xenoblade Hell. I've been playing the shit out of that game.
Yeah, me, besides working on my 2 master grade Gundam models, I probably finish up Wing Zero today.
How's your Gundam building going?
See, I got half of Wing Zero done.
Okay.
That took like 2.5 hours.
A random question, but is it difficult for you to be building those things because you got large hands?
Depends on the pieces I gotta handle. Like sometimes they're like very small, but I spent money.
You usually have tweezers for those, though.
Yep, I got me some snippers.
Okay.
And
blue and black snippers.
Yep.
And the tweezers. Okay.
Yep. especially for the stickers. The stickers and that you have to put in like crevices and stuff like that are pretty annoying to try to do that. But yep, tools come in a little tool case because they didn't come with models itself, so I had to wait an extra day. But
Okay.
it's not that bad.
Yeah. On that note, I think we're just gonna start wrapping this thing up.
Yep.
Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can, we got the playlist, all previous episodes if you want to give those a watch or a listen. They make good background noise.
Yeah.
Anyway, be sure to follow us on the Twitters. I'm at Waterpost Laser. Joe is at Viper the Samurai. Nate is at the Black Nate. Aaron is at Synoptic Ninja. Follow me on Twitch. I stream on Twitch a lot, even though I haven't been doing that lately. I gotta get back on that. I gotta stream Earthbound again or something. Yeah. Or follow us on Twitter, the College Cheese Twitter at college_cheese, because some bitch decided to take college cheese and not hand it over. Anyway, I don't care. Don't follow us, but hashtag buy my shirts. We got the TeePublic shop. Got 3 designs up there. Working on a few more. Cat's going nuts. Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, check out the TeePublic shop. We got designs up there. Any profits that we get from those, will go back to helping this podcast. Follow us, of course, on Anchor, anchor.fm/College Cheese. You can listen to all previous episodes there as well. Follow us on, we're on Google Play, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, Castbox, anywhere you can find a halfway decent podcast. Be sure to leave us a review and a star rating. If you leave us a review that's PG-13 or under, we'll have Aaron read it live on air. Because, according to Nate, Aaron has the voice of God. So, confess your PG-13 sins to Aaron. Or don't. Preferably don't. Anyway, until next week, I'm Al.
I'm Joe.
I'm Aaron.
And we'll see you next week with episode 113. Hopefully Nate will be back.
Hopefully.
Apparently he saw Endgame. According to a tweet that I saw from him, and he had some opinions, and apparently he might be scaring his wife.
Yeah.
So hopefully Nate will be back next week, so he can. So prepare for College Cheese comic talk movie thing. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Movie thing.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.